Right, in Wolverhampton, something very different for Campbell's Comments, but wrapped to be here for the Vincent Delaney Memorial, a very, very important racing, I think, for the world calendar. But I'm lucky enough to catch up with Grant Cullen. Firstly, Grant, thank you very much for joining me.
Oh, no bother, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Very random, I just saw you standing there. I thought, I'll try and get a chat. You don't go too bad at this game, do you?
No, done not too bad. We've plenty of winners, having a good season this year, so hopefully it continues over the weekend.
So you were saying to me there before, you're the champion driver over here in Scotland and Great Britain, I presume?
Yeah, I won the British title 2 years back, which is very, very hard to win. And I've won just the Scottish driver, I've won that like 5 times now, so been quite successful. We've got a good stable of horses, so as I say, hopefully it continues this weekend.
How old are you for a start?
31.
How long have you been doing it?
Started driving when I was 16.
Yep.
So obviously it took a bit of time, just the odd drive here and there, and then managed to build myself up and got more drives and more drives. My brother managed to build a big stable for us. We've got 19 in training now, so that helps get drives as well, and obviously the more you drive, the more successful you are.
Dumb question, I'll ask it straight away. Do you enjoy it? Like, does it get to be a drag at any stage, or do you enjoy it?
It's very easy to get up on a Monday if you win on the weekend, but it's not always enjoyable when the horses aren't going so good, but we do it full time, so it is your job, it's what we make a living at, and it becomes a drag if they're not going so well, but when they're going good, it's very easy to do.
You're Scottish, I gather?
Yep, from Scotland, yeah, Stirling in Scotland.
So how many races, for people at home, how many race tracks, how many meetings do they have in Scotland for a year, for a week and then maybe for a year?
So we lost our hard track in Scotland a few years back, so we just raced on a grass field, basically. Yep. One of the guys, he's a big owner, he's got a couple of horses racing this weekend. He volunteered his field, so we race just round a grass field. We race 8 times a year, that's what we get, 8 meetings. So we have to travel from Stirling to York, which is about 4 hours for us, or to Prince, which is another hour again on top of that. And then after that, it's just basically we're almost travelling every weekend, like 4 or 5 hours every weekend to go and race horses. So do you race every weekend in Europe? Like, you only 8 times in Scotland, yeah. but like right across Europe, not Europe, but Great Britain here, you race every weekend. Yeah, we don't race during the week. It's always Saturday, Sundays we race. A couple of meetings, the odd time, maybe 3 or 4 meetings a year, like a Thursday or a Friday night. Mostly it's Saturday, Sunday, and it's always the UK, like there's not much in Scotland for us. We have to travel most of the weeks, but hopefully it continues, and we're hoping to get a new hard track in Scotland. Planning permission's just been granted, so hopefully that goes, and then when that goes, we hope to race almost 25 meetings a year in Scotland. So wow. If we could get that would be great for us. And then I think Ireland's in a similar boat, aren't they? They're trying to get another hard track back in. They've only got one other track. Yeah, I think Ireland's in the same boat there in the planning process, I think, of trying to get another place. They're only racing one track, so it's a bit tough for us. Like everybody in the sport in Britain is in it because they love it. Like, it's not. There's a few people make a living out of it. Like, we make a living out of it. There's a few professional trainers, but the majority of people are working men. They work Monday to Friday and then turn up and race their horse on a Saturday for a bit of enjoyment. Yeah. Is it growing, or is it stagnant? Like, is it levelled off, or can you see the sport actually growing? The way that the Delaney boys are putting this weekend on, the prize money's getting a lot better, so there is people coming into the sport for 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, especially in Trot Britain now. We've got lots of trotters now as well, which helps get races on as well, but there's loads of people left the sport when we lost a few hard tracks, just because it's hard. People work, as I say, Monday to Friday, 9 till 5, you're out your bed in the morning to feed horses before work, after work, so these people kind of gave up a little bit when the hard track got lost, but hopefully with the new hard track coming, these people will start coming back. They still come to watch the race, and they just don't have their own horse. But obviously you need horses to race to come and watch. So hopefully these people get back involved in the sport and it gets it going again. You said you and your brother got a big team, 20 horses. Is that as big a team as anyone's got over here, or is there people with bigger teams than 20? Rocker, Laidler, and Alexis, they've got the biggest team. I would think they've trained maybe 30 to 40 at their very busiest. The majority of people are just like the one-man band. They just do their horse themselves and train 1 or 2 horses at maximum. We're probably I would say we're the second biggest numbers wise. After that, you've got a couple of trainers who are maybe 10, 12, 13 horses, and after that you're just into people who just kind of do their own horse and treat it as a hobby, really.
Yeah. Do you guys breed as well, like the Delaneys, or you just stick to training?
We've got 1 or 2 mares that we breed away, but mostly we just train. We own a couple. We own a French trotter, and we own 1 pacer, and the rest we just train for other people.
The French trotter races here, or is it race in France?
He races here.
Yeah.
We brought him in here. He won on Thursday night, 2 nights ago at Appleby, so on the grass track. So he's kind of picking himself up a little bit. He's going the right way. So fingers crossed he keeps improving as well.
Is he racing this weekend?
He's not racing this weekend. We raced on Thursday night,
Yep.
so he's at home. He's got a few days off at home, and we're here with these horses. So hopefully he'll just get refreshed and go again next weekend.
You say weekends now. This weekend, the Vincent Delaney Memorial. We'll touch on how big that is in a sec. But you race. A lot of these horses are going to back up tomorrow. Saturday today. A lot of them are going to back up tomorrow. Is that something that happens commonplace? Like you say, you travel 5 hours. Do you stay for a couple of days and go home, or is it just a one-day meet?
No. This is there's maybe 3 meetings maximum over the season that you would travel away and stay during the night and race again. Most of the time it's just you race on the Saturday, you go home, you go somewhere else on the Sunday to race more horses.
5 hours home.
5, yeah. You leave the house in the morning. Like last weekend, we left at 6 in the morning, raced down at York, got home 11 o'clock at night, back out at 6 o'clock the next morning, travelled again, and was at Hawfield, I think we went to in Scotland actually, raced 11 horses there, and then home at night. So it's a lot of travelling.
I hope you got a winner.
Yeah, we had a few last weekend actually. It's not too bad. It was a good weekend.
Well, it always makes it good. This weekend, it's massive. I've got to know Derek basically through a mutual friend, and I'll be honest, the first time I did an interview with him, I'm thinking promoting a race in Ireland here, like seriously, like how big could it be? And the response was just outstanding, unbelievable. Since then, I've been able to watch it and just see it, and it grows. I haven't been in it long enough to see how long it does actually grow, but it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger. The response, the people I've met, like in 1.5 days, it's just outstanding. It must be something really special for you guys.
Yeah, it's massive. It's the prize money and the sponsorship and all that kind of stuff that they're pulling in together. It brings everybody together. It brings the Irish boys who've travelled over on the boats to come race their horses here. There's the likes of us from Scotland, England, Wales. They all come to the one place. It's a massive meeting. Say the prize money is like something. It's 20,000 to the winner, which may not seem a lot when you're racing maybe in America or Canada. But over here, like we race for £400. Like that's your winners. So to get a chance at 20,000, it just becomes crazy, and then people are spending more money on the yearlings to have a chance at winning this, and it's boosting the sport, it's getting the sport up, because we're bringing horses in from Harrisburg and everything to try and win this, and it makes it massive.
And the other part of that too is the people that come with it, and then they say they want to come back next year as well. So it is growing. Yeah,
there's loads of like yourself came from New Zealand.
I'm an Aussie. You get in trouble though. The Kiwis. There's a little bit goes on there. Don't worry. I do a lot for the New Zealanders. Don't worry about that. But I am actually an Aussie. But there is so many over there, like Anthony. But not every person, but plenty of people turn around and either know about it or have been to it and just said, "I'm just going to have a cracking time." Yeah.
The international visitors is great as well. It makes it even bigger. Like to have Casey Coleman here as well this weekend, obviously a Hall of Famer trainer. Roger Houston comes, loves it, he's all over Facebook with it. Dexter Dunn's been, he loves it. Anytime anybody speaks to him about it, he loves it. And that can only boost your sport. By getting these people, like they're massive in the harness racing world, and to get the people over here and supporting it is massive for Great Britain.
No, it is indeed. Do you want to travel? Like, is travelling on your radar, or you enjoy what you're doing at the minute? Have you travelled before?
I went on a tour, I think it was 2 years ago. We went for an amateur driving series in America. We drove at Monticello and Freehold and the Meadowlands, and like that was like a different world for us. Like we race on small, tight grass fields. Our biggest track's like a half-mile track. That's the biggest we've got. So we go and race on these tracks. Even the half-mile tracks in Monticello and Freehold, they were like a different world for us. And then the Meadowlands is just like it's unreal for us to go and get a chance to just even look at the place, never mind drive on it. I would love to go back. It'd be great to go and do it, but it's one of the things, we're so busy at home with 19 horses, and it's my full-time job, so it's hard to leave that and get cover for somebody to train them at home.
Yeah, and by the sounds you love it too, so it's really cool. Grant, thank you. Really appreciate it. I had no idea you were. I just do what I randomly do, and great track, great insight, mate. Good luck. Hopefully you get a few winners over the weekend. I might get to interview you. If you drive a bag, I'll interview you later on as well. But no, thank you very much. Great insight, mate, and good luck for the weekend.
Thank you very much. It's nice to meet you.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.